Hello, everyone, and welcome to Behind the Project, a Tableau Community event series where we'll be going live here on YouTube with community project leaders to better understand their projects, as well as what's next, how to get involved, and to take a look at behind some of the standout visualizations that were submitted. So please don't be shy in the chat. We would love to know who is joining us and where you're joining from. We'll also be answering your burning questions at the end of today's talk. So feel free to drop your questions at any point and we'll take a note of them and ask them at the end. Now, this talk is being recorded, so if you have to drop off early, don't worry, you can come back to YouTube to watch it later. My name is Priya Padham, and I am a Tableau Portraits consultant at the Information Lab and a Tableau Public Ambassador, and I will be the host of this series, and I'm so excited to be introducing our guest today. Today, we're talking all about DataFam Con. Now, DataFam Con is a monthly data challenge covering pop culture and fandoms, and I have some questions ready to go for the project leaders to get a better idea of what goes on behind the scenes and also how the project runs and so on. And then Nicole is going to walk us through her viz on the popular long-standing BBC series Doctor Who. So let's get started. Now, I'm fortunate to have all but one of our project leaders here with us today, Christina, Lawrence, Nicole, and Preethi. And I'm also going to give a shout out to Michelle as well. We miss you and we wish you were here with us. So I'd love you all to introduce yourselves. Christina, can you start us off, please?
Yeah, thanks, Priya. Hi, everyone. My name is Christina Gorga. I am a lead data visualization designer at Booz Allen Hamilton out here in the Washington, D.C., United States area. And I think, guess for today, we're all going to be kind of leading with, what is our current obsession, whether that's TV or movies or whatever you find. And currently, I'm kind of jostling in my head with just two amazing TV series that have come out recently. Obviously, Andor is a big one for me. I just recently watched the latest episode 9 the other day on Disney Plus. I continually become amazed at how good this series is, and everyone should watch it, even if you're not a Star Wars fan. It is that good. And also, I just finished up about a week ago House of the Dragon, and I feel like it redeemed itself off of the last season of Game of Thrones. If many of you out there felt very let down by the season finale and series finale of Game of Thrones, well, House of the Dragon definitely helped with that. So, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to one of my other partners in crime, Lawrence Durbin.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lawrence Durbin. I am a business intelligence analyst for a financial services company. Going in on what Christina just said, super excited to be here. I am obsessed around Star Wars Andor as well. That has been my Wednesday lunchtime viewing. But also for me right now, it's Star Trek Lower Decks, which just ended. Prodigy just started last week. And then it had been Rings of Power, which I know there's some controversy there with how people like that. But I personally loved Rings of Power, especially at the end. So that's where I am. Super excited to be here. Going to kick it off to Nicole.
Hi, I'm Nicole Klassen. I am a data viz developer at Apt Associates, and I'm based in the Atlanta area. And I am sadly very far behind on current TV shows because basically we have time to watch TV. The only time we have watched TV is with our son. But with my son, who is 4, we are rewatching Doctor Who. So we're now on the 13th Doctor. And we're also rewatching The Dragon Prince, which is a Netflix animated one, because that one comes out pretty soon, the new season as well. And I will kick it off to Preethi.
Thank you, Nicole. Hi, everybody. Preethi Lodha here. I am a data analytics and insights manager in Hyatt in Boston, Massachusetts, United States of America. Oh God, that was long. I am also a Tableau Public featured author and a Tableau Public Ambassador. Just a quick tidbit, all the people up here are Tableau Public, not Tableau Public, both Tableau Public and Tableau Social ambassadors, right? Yes, we are.
And Michelle is too.
Yes, Michelle is too. A quick thing that I'm obsessing about right now is I just fangirled yesterday about Sandman and Dreamforce. I was like, oh my God, I'm loving all the energy. I can't wait for season 2, but I am the person who binge watches everything. So the House of Dragons, I have saved it. I have not watched any of the tweets. I have not watched any of the memes because I'm going to binge watch it. So please, no spoilers for me.
Thank you so much. Oh, I loved that. That was so fun to hear what everyone's been watching and what you all love. Thank you. And I'm sure the audience is thinking, wow, they like what I like too. So now you can kind of start some conversations on Twitter or something. Perfect. So I think it's time to jump into some questions now. So Christina, can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration and the story behind starting this project?
Yeah, Priya. So this is back in, oh my goodness, December of 2021. So take us back about maybe a year back from now. And I was thinking, and this was actually prompted by a longtime Hall of Famer, well, they called him Tableau Ambassadors, now Tableau Visionary, Frederick Cogley. She had put out a document or a Google Drive document that said, hey, in the absence of Makeover Monday and a couple of other challenges that had kind of gone into dormancy at the time, we were looking at, other things that people could partner with and collaborate to maybe start up some more like micro challenges or something that's a little bit more niche. And for a long time, I was seeing some people doing like pop culture visits or things about comic book series and, Doctor Who related to what Nicole's talking about soon, but didn't feel like there was a good like centralized effort around that. So wanted to find out if there were people, like me, that love talking about these things, wanted to visit them and wanted to put in maybe something a little bit more formalized. So I put my name and my stuff in this document. And then of course, out of the abyss comes Nicole, who I actually had seen a lot of her work. And, I saw that she was really passionate about, doing very like community driven, activities and stuff. So Nicole reached out to me and said, hey girl, do you want to do this? And I was like, heck yeah, let's do it. So we started out with just the two of us doing it for a couple of months and then went around to in-person TC. And I sort of grabbed Lawrence's attention saying like, hey, I think this would be a really fun thing to, one, get a couple more hands in place because it's actually a lot of effort. And we're going to talk a little bit about this, about what it takes to run a community challenge, but getting a couple more people to, good ideas and, just help run a community challenge and what that's all about. So we got like Lawrence and then along tagged in Preethi and Michelle along the way. So we've grown even in just the span of, oh my gosh, like 11 months. So that's huge. So that's the, one, there are people like us that do this kind of thing. And I think that there was a niche that just wasn't being met, I guess against like different challenges, because I think one of the things that I found was not lacking, but I felt like there needed to be a little bit more of a fun sort of curiosity about, one, like we like all these things. We want to find a sort of a group of us to sort of put out this effort. And then also too is to challenge us too, because as I'm sure a couple of folks will mention further, is that trying to get a lot of this data is not particularly easy because a lot of it actually exists within like IMDb and a lot of Wikipedia, and it's like tables on tables that aren't easily accessible. So being able to find a group of people putting our heads together to come up with new ideas, new community challenges along the way has been a really good ride this year. So yeah.
I love that. And I've loved watching this project grow and bringing more people in. And I love how you have this little community of people who love fandoms and pop culture. So that's amazing. Thank you, Christina. So Preethi, what is the goal behind your project?
Thank you for the question, Priya. As adding to what Christina said, we were trying to find a niche space for the people who enjoy geeky things, right? From it could be TV series, books, films, geek culture, conventions, and everything. We wanted to find a spot where people could come and have a data set ready for you to build something, an opportunity to build something that you love. And I think it's a good way to learn for new people too, because you are not only visualizing something you love, but you are also getting an opportunity of different data sets, which could be in different types, right? You get the entire experience of building something and cleaning it up and presenting it to us. So basically the theme or the challenge of this goal is with something that you love, bring your own data if you want to, and yeah, join us with the fun. And we are here to answer any questions, which I think we will talk more about in one of the speakers. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And kind of leading on from that, Lawrence, what Tableau skills do you think someone can expect to learn from this project? And also, how have you seen your own skills evolve over time as well?
No, definitely, Preethi just talked a lot about that, being able to look at the data, learning new things, the visiting, and having something that you enjoy. And so when it comes to skills, we don't set out with very specific skills. It's, for all ranges, but you learn a lot as you go through the journey. I think all of us, as we continue to work in Tableau, we always learn little tips and tricks, or as we try something or see something, we're like, oh, hey, I just learned this and I want to put it into effect. I was just in some Tableau training this week, and there are like 10 things that I want to do. I'm going to put them into effect in something I can. So, that's the biggest thing there. But we also collab with other projects. We had in August, the Star Trek collaboration with Back to Viz Basics. Yes, live long and prosper. And with that, it was around tree maps, and we provided data around the series and all different things for people to viz. So it was great to do that. Apologies.
We just love fun.
It. Yes, we do. We are a fun group. So it's been great. And my skills have been, looking through data, finding data. I'm so used to having data in specific places that I knew I could find it, but now pulling down data, trying to see what I can work with has been one of the biggest skills, as well as, seeing all the different styles of data. I would never have really thought about doing a viz on soundtracks for Stranger Things or a specific area. So, my skills in and of itself have improved there.
Definitely. And you mentioned the Star Trek collab and also the Stranger Things. I've loved seeing all of the business come through for those challenges, especially the Star Trek one, because I'm a big Star Trek fan because my brother is and I grew up with it. And just seeing that, it's so nostalgic. I love it. Yeah. So I just love that. And yeah, I completely agree with everything that you said. And thank you very much, Lawrence. So a question for Nicole. Who would you say is the ideal audience for your challenges?
Honestly, anybody. Like, I know a lot of times you hear fandoms and you think like sci-fi fantasy, but really anything that you love is a fandom. So we want to not just have the sci-fi and fantasy, we have Dungeons and Dragons, which, okay, so a lot of the stuff we kind of do because that's where our thing is, but like holiday movies are a fandom, and so we really want just anyone here who wants to celebrate something they love in a place where it can get a little bit more attention and they can find a group of people who love it with them.
And that's so true. And just, yeah, I love how it's not just about the kind of geeky sci-fi, even though I love that too, but it's kind of like a range of things and everyone's invited to this party. I can see that. And I think that's great. I have another question for you, Nicole. So what tips or advice do you have for someone that's thinking about taking part in your project?
Well, first off, do it. Like, it's awesome. And you don't have to have a super complicated viz. I love Michelle's just got the first DataFam Con viz of the day. And it's not a long form. It's not like a super Figma. It is showing this awesome data on Stranger Things that she loves and she's watching with her family. So like, you don't have to do, something crazy or anything. There's another Stranger Things one though, that just came out that is really long and I love it. And it's awesome. So like, that's the thing though, you can do anything that you want, you can have it. So just joining in, kind of following the conversation too, if you see someone who's posting about Stranger Things because they love it, like, tap them and be like, hey, I love it too. Like, let's talk and like, let's kind of get in together and maybe a collaboration can come out of it later. But yeah, just don't be afraid and don't be like intimidated to join in and reach out to us, because we really do just want to see everyone's passion. And I feel like no matter what your viz looks like, if you're really passionate, you can like feel that come through no matter what you do.
I completely agree. I love that. Thank you, Nicole. So I'm sure the audience is just waiting to find out how they can actually get involved. So Preethi, how can the audience join in?
Thank you for the question again, Priya. We do have a DataFam Con site. It's a Medium site on which we post a theme for the month every month. We generally have data links pertaining to the data files up there. And we also welcome people to bring their own data set. Sometimes the data sets that we have for that particular theme, you might find something else, or you might have created something else. So you're welcome to bring that also. We suggest that you create your own viz, and once you are done, submit it to our entry on our tracker. The links are again provided within the theme. And if you are on Twitter, send us out a tweet with the hashtag DataFamCon. We also have this opportunity, if needed, you can request for feedback. If you put that in your tweet or DM us or send us a message, we certainly would plan to respond to you guys. So yeah, it is a fun place to join and check us out.
I love it. Thank you, Preethi. And I highly encourage everyone to get involved. It's a very, very fun project. So I thought I'd wrap up this set of questions, and maybe Lawrence, you could answer this one. Is there anything that you can share about what's coming next for your project and anything that's currently in the works? Any secrets you're kind of hiding from us? Please tell us.
Yes, so you don't have to Vulcan mind melt me to get this out. So with that, we're currently on the Stranger Things collab with Data Plus Music, and that's running until about mid this month, the 11th. And coming in after that, which super excited with the viz that Nicole's going to be showing today, we will be launching Doctor Who, the 59th anniversary of Doctor Who. Next year, 60th, we have Jodie Whittaker's Doctor regenerating into David Tennant. So what do we have here? So with all of that and everything, super excited for Doctor Who. That we're looking at running into mid-December, end of December, but what we'll also be pushing out in December is Choose Your Own. You know, it's been a year of fantastic challenges on Lord of the Rings, Star Trek, Hugo Nebula Award winners, all of these different areas. So pick your own and even put a Christmas twist on it. You know, like was said, Christmas music, Christmas movies and everything are a fandom. It was earlier brought up between us when we were all chatting that, you know, Die Hard is a Christmas movie to some. So, you know, hoping to see some of that. But super excited with how we're ending out the year. And even we have some ideas for next year already, but I'll keep those down. But yeah, and now that it is Doctor Who, we have some inspiration coming as well with Nicole.
Thank you so much, Lawrence. And I do agree that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, just saying. I watch it every Christmas.
No, it's not. How is it a Christmas movie?
Let's
not start this. Probably we need to have another conversation, behind
I
the
actually have a t-shirt.
Ho, ho, ho.
I have a t-shirt that says Nakatomi Corporation, and it has like a Christmas tree. I wear it every Christmas. It's my Christmas outfit. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for answering those questions. I'm now going to hand this over to Nicole, who will walk us through her Doctor Who viz. Take it away, Nicole. Feel free to share your screen with us.
All right. Yes, so this is actually kind of one of the vizzes that, you know, Christina mentioned kind of got it started. It was like, hey, look, I want to do something on Geeky and I don't have a place to put it necessarily with a group. So I was like, hey, let's do this. Let's do this. So this is obviously about a year or two old because we just wrapped up the third Jodie Whittaker season. I cannot remember which number this is. We are very far in it. It's been on for 59 years now. So yeah, that's what I wanted to do, was kind of like bring Doctor Who, that I absolutely love and adore, in a Viz format. And so, starting off with just how big it is there at that point when I made this, 39 seasons, 58 years, 400 nominations. So like, y'all are missing out if you haven't seen some of this. It's a British sci-fi show. And even though there's like a break, so there's the old Who, which is the original, and then it kind of took a break, and then there's a movie, and then there was a little break, and then started the new Who with the 9th Doctor. There has been some Doctor Who every decade since the 60s. So it's been going on for a while. None of the breaks were long enough to span a decade. So just going through the episodes and, who the doctors are and the number of words they say. I love my quotes and I love Gallifreyan. This was built before map layers, and now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, I could have done it so much easier with map layers, but this was drawn in Figma because I couldn't figure it out before map layers. But just going through and kind of doing my own little twist on Gallifreyan to kind of talk about the Doctor and, how many companions they had. So with the show, the Doctor typically travels around with a typically human companion. So how many companions they had, and the number of seasons that they had. So this is just the movie, one Doctor, one companion, one season. And these are their pictures. I love the artwork that the Doctor Who community has as well. Like, it's always so fun and colorful. Part of the show is the Doctor traveling through space and time. So you can kind of go through and see like the places they've been, the people the Doctor have met, the planets. Goes to Earth a lot. And then again, this was actually, this Viz started my blog as well. My first blog post was how to build a network graph, because I tried to build this and I ran into so many issues, and I'm like, hey, let's write this up and maybe other people can use it as well. So network graph of everyone the various Doctors interact with, because since it's been on so long, they do bring back characters. The Doctors go back to people that they've seen in different reincarnations, so how that's all connected. And then if you want to get started, these are my favorite episodes, which it's very interesting. My favorite Doctor is Matt Smith, but my favorite episodes are all from David Tennant. So I absolutely love The Science in the Library, Forest of the Dead, like 2-parter. That's my absolute favorite. And Blink is very good, but I still think Silence in the Library should be the one that everyone starts with. But that's my unpopular opinion.
No, Nicole, I agree. David Tennant is the best Doctor.
No,
Wibbly
that's
wobbly,
the
timey
Doctor.
wimey.
As a database person, I feel like it depends. But I am obliged to say that any one of the more recent Doctors has their good episodes. So kudos to the people that brought it back into the 2000s, because I think that's where it's been very, very good, solidly all over.
And we were just talking about it, how you can't skip 9. I love 9. Like,
I do too. It's
Yes.
good.
He is my second favorite, although Matt Smith has my number 1.
Because of course they brought in Jack Harkness, which is one of the best companions of like.
I will give
all
you
time.
that. I will give you that.
Yes.
Amazing. Thank you. I love that little conversation that happened there. Kind of debate almost. Thank you so much, Nicole. By the way, those charts that you said would have been easier with map layers. I don't know how you did that, but they're so cool. And that network diagram. Okay, I'm going to go download that Viz and just like pick it apart, because the design and layout was amazing. So thank you so much for sharing that. I love it. So I thought it would be fun to wrap up with some questions from the audience. And we do have one waiting for us. So I'll start with that and then I'll ask a few more questions as well. So MW from the audience asks, is DataFam Con a Tableau user group?
Yeah, so we're not a Tableau user group, and I have the chat on the side, saw that got answered as well. It's a community project, and it's created by the community for the community to bring people together, learn skills. But you create your own group of people around this. I remember, from my experience, even before DataFam Con was DataFam Con, interacting with Nicole and her Doctor Who viz, which was just, I saw that and I couldn't talk about anything else for weeks. And all of mine and Christina's conversations back in the day, when I first met her at TC in person, because, Twitter face to in person don't always match. She was like Star Trek girl. And so that's how, these type of things. So you find your niches. And then yesterday, Preethi and I all on the Sandman with others in the community. So, it's not a user group, but it's a community project around just one thing.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lawrence. So again, another question for everyone. Is there a specific challenge that has left an impact on you?
I guess I'll lead. I actually was really impressed with some of the output that came out from the August Star Trek month. I was not anticipating on tree maps to be like something that would turn into, sorry, I apologize about my dog, something that would turn into sort of this dive into like other, I guess like cousins or variants of tree maps. So we saw something like a Verona, I'm probably botching the pronunciation of this. Is it a Voronoi map or a Voronoi chart?
Right.
Yeah, so there was somebody, and I apologize for not remembering the person that actually designed this, but I saw that, and they took basically the skeleton of like a tree map, but then they modified it into this like really unusual looking thing, and they had so much detail, and I saw a lot of other visits, and I was like, I did not know that the LCARS thing was like just as like crucial to like, I don't know, how people think about the way that like UI displays look like now versus like when that first came out in the Star Trek series in particular, in the TNG years where that look really, really exploded. So that was the thing that actually like made a big impact on me because one, it's sort of the joining of both. People get really creative about data viz, but then they're also bringing in elements of those series that have sort of like carried out through the years and are just as important as they were when they first came out and how like fresh and new that feels now. So I felt like that was a really interesting case of like taking the old and then bringing back with the new.
Definitely. And I haven't actually seen that viz that you mentioned, so I need to go look for it as well. Nicole, did you want to say something as well?
I'm going to give a shout out probably to the Witcher one because it was our first one. And one of the things that when Christina and I started it, we're talking about building skills and there's building the Tableau skills, but her and I also wanted to build our just data scraping skills. And so that was something that, with the Witcher, like, not only did we start the blog and everything, and we got it delayed multiple times because I think Iron Viz started right when we were going to launch it. But like I learned how to clean the IMDb data, which is insane. Like, and just being able to learn how to use APIs and all of that was something that really got it kicked off and just reminded us how much we loved it and like kept us going each month and helped us grow the team too, because we loved it so much we couldn't just do it ourselves either. Like too much love. We need more people.
No, but I would also add, Nicole, is that I absolutely love D&D, and we have not one, we had 4 data sources for that. And I just dove into all of them. I had so many backup quizzes. I hide them because they are still work in progress. I was able to wrap one of them, which is up there. But it was such a great opportunity. I love this thing. And there are 4 data sets already there for me to dive into. How cool is that?
And to close that out, every challenge has been great. For me, it's been the Star Trek one, the tree maps, what Christina was saying, and just that was my first community project as a co-lead to like come in on. And so it was absolutely fantastic for me and seeing everything. And even with everything that Christina said, and as a Trekkie, that was just amazing.
I love that. Thank you all so much. So I have one final question for you all. do you have any favorite vizzes that you've seen come through the challenge? And I know Christina mentioned that one viz, but feel free to name some more vizzes as well.
There are so many. I want to give a call out because Preethi's D&D one got longlisted for The Information is Beautiful. So that was another really awesome one. I'm like hesitant to like list out more though, because there's so many awesome ones. Like so many are coming to mind.
I think Josh Preston was also one of the first people that actually submitted a viz with his Witcher data. And he had this really kind of cool looking sort of like, I wouldn't call it like a manuscript, but he had this cool like old aged manuscript background. And then he flipped a bunch of images of all the different monsters in the Witcher series. And I just thought it was cool because it like kept in universe with how things might like look and feel. And if you were to like touch like a manuscript, that would have actually like been made in the series. So I feel like there was a lot of like imagination and thought that went into his viz. So, and also probably being one of the first that was ever published with the DataFam Con hashtag. So kudos to you, Josh, for shouting you out.
I do have one, which I actually have two that I have bookmarked for myself. One was Toss a Coin to Your Witcher by Alyssa Davis. It was so beautiful. And I think Dennis Cow did, so again, sorry if I'm butchering anybody's names, but Dennis Cow did an amazing Star Trek. I'm not a big Star Trek fan, sorry, but I know how to do this. But yeah, there was a Star Trek was that Dennis Cow did, which was so cool.
I think for me, it was Nicole, just in general, having seen Nicole's Doctor Who, Preethi's your D&D one, I remember seeing that one come up, and it was just like, I've never played it, but I've seen all the memes, and I just like loved that and how that was. And then I think one that I learned from was Kevin Wees-Lacar's one for Back to His Basics, because I was like, oh, wait, the colors are different. And then I think it was like, wait, no, they are official color palette. So I even learned more and like had to go back and watch some episodes of Star Trek to be like, oh, wait, that's actually there. So it kind of added on visually beautiful. And then on top of that, learning more about, one of my favorite things. So.
Thank you so much. I need to go check out all of these vizzes. I wonder if we can like link to them in the description box or something. But thank you so much for answering those questions. That wraps up our questions for today. So I just wanted to say thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to Behind the Project. We'll be holding these monthly, so stay tuned to find out who our next guests will be. I'd like to thank Christina, Lawrence, Nicole, and Preethi again for joining us. Check out Tableau Public for more data viz inspiration and to share your work with the global data fam. And be sure to join in on the conversation on DataFam Con on Twitter and Tableau Public using the hashtag DataFam Con. Thank you so much again, and take care, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.